So on skill 231, what we're looking at is a function, and we're putting a number into the function. So for example, let's say your teacher asks you to figure out what f of -1 would be. What they're saying is, this is where x usually goes. So they're saying, put in a -1 where x is. So when I rewrite this, I'm going to put an empty parenthesis where x was. I think that's the best way to do it. You have an empty parenthesis around where the x used to be. And then you're going to drop in what? Well, -1. So we're going to put a -1 here and here. And now, with a parenthesis there, it'll help keep your order of operations straight. Now we need to do this first. What's -1 squared? That means -1 times -1. So that's 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Minus weight minus a -1, which means plus 1. So my final answer in this case would be 3. So f of -1 would be 3. F of -1 equaled 3. All right, let's do one more for practice here. Let's say that we had f of x was 1 over x minus 4. And they said, figure out what f of 1 was now. Well, I would go put an empty parenthesis where x was. Sometimes it won't matter. Sometimes it matters a lot. So I always recommend putting in parentheses where the x was. Now I'm going to drop in a negative, or no, not a -1, a 1. And then I have 1 over 1 is 1. 1 minus 4 is -3. So f of 1 was -3. That's all there is to it.